magic all around us. I knew one day we'd touch the sun. Our dreams before us, nothing to hold us back. You showed me we are limitless. Look at us now. Look at you shine. We're not coming down.
I'll be right here, just making sure all my audio. I can sing if you want me to.
Look at us now. Don't wanna close my eyes. Look at us now. Look at us now. Look at us now.
Oh, that's right, the microphone's still on.
Our dreams before us, nothing to hold us back. You showed me we are limitless. Our dreams before us, nothing can hold us back. You showed me we are limitless. Look at us now. Look at you shine. We're not coming down. Don't wanna close my eyes. Look at us now. Look at us now. Don't wanna close my eyes. Look at us Look at us now.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another live stream video review. Now, if you have not been here before, I do these off and on. I'm going to try to make them slightly more consistent, so that way people can jump on and get their videos critiqued. I have over 20 years of experience, not over, almost 20 years of experience in filmmaking. I have 2 feature films on Amazon. Links are in the description below. And I also have a second channel called Simplified Filming. And if you're interested in improving your skills on YouTube so you can stand out, make sure you go over there and subscribe. Okay, let's go ahead and check out who's in the chat today. 1 second. Ryan's talking to me. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn up the audio just a hair. How's that? Is that a little better, guys? All right, awesome. So my backup plan is today, we've only gotten, every once in a while someone will come on, and I've reviewed a few channels, so we don't get a ton, so I'm not worried about flooding or anything like that. But if you are interested in having your video reviewed, make sure you just go ahead and post in the chat that you would like your video. Tell me what video you would like me to review. Unfortunately, you can't post a link, so then I'll just copy and paste and go find your channel and that video, and I will give some feedback on it so you can improve your skills. My backup plan is, if we don't get a lot of people jumping on here, what I'm probably going to end up doing is actually editing one of my videos. I've done this before in the past, and a lot of people find it to be really helpful. I show essentially my workflow, and that helps people with, like, hey, I can do that. You know, it helps give people advice on how to stay organized and how to streamline their post-production process. And if that doesn't work, then I'll just sit here and sing for you. So, also, if you're interested, also, Rants with Rogers, and I'm going to make sure I put a link in the description. It's not there now. Rants with Rogers does these as well. And he has a pretty decent, today, I think it was almost a maximum of 11 people watching. So, you know, his list is and his roster's getting full. So if you want a guy that's got many, many years of experience in video, then definitely go over there and check Rants with Rogers out, because he does video reviews and he's incredibly knowledgeable and can definitely help you do that. So what I'm going to start doing before people jump on here is I want to just walk through kind of my post-production process. I did this video before, but it didn't work out very well. So, oh, you know what? I don't think I downloaded. I'm going to check real quick on my other screen, which you can't see. Make sure I downloaded the footage. If I didn't, then we'll move on to something else. But let's go here. And it might be kind of noisy in here. I had to open the window. It was just so freaking hot in my studio. I had to open up the window, so it might be just a teeny bit warm. Okay, let me look at my raw footage and see if I haven't shot that video yet. Let me see if I downloaded. Oh boy, this is going to be embarrassing if it doesn't work. Okay, just give me one more moment, folks. Okay. I should just show you my organization, but because it actually is really helpful. In fact, let me just switch screens here. So this is just my personal folder. So I have YouTube, and then I have all my episodes. And under the episodes, you can see them numbered and listed. It's kind of cropping all weird. Hang on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why that's cropping like that. Give me a second. Huh. I don't know why you guys can't see that. Oh, I get it, because I have an ultra wide screen, and it's only doing 16 by 9. Let me maximize this here. There we go. Hopefully that can help. Okay, so anyway, you can see they're all listed, and then I have main cam, and this is where I have all of my raw footage. And it does not. Oh, hold on. This actually might be it. Let me play this back real quick, guys. If this is the video I think it was. I don't think it is, though.
Rich here, and today I have a very special announcement for this channel.
No, that's not it. Okay, so I don't have it downloaded. I could start downloading it right now if you just give me a second here. Let me reach over here. And like I said, if you guys jump on here at any point, feel free to just say, hey, what's up? Can you take a look at my channel? And I would be glad to review your channel. So, not your channel, but excuse me, your videos, because that's my specialty, is filmmaking and stuff like that. So, if you find this information helpful, make sure you just go ahead and give me a like button. Here we are. Oh, excuse me. We're having all sorts of stuff. I share my main computer with my wife, so she's got her patterns and stuff, because she's a seamstress. So, she does some amazing stuff. I'm going down and I'm clicking on my thing. Let's go back to the front screen. Here we are. Okay, I'm going to start the transfer process, and we can talk about post-production process in the meantime. So, here we are. Alright, so I'm just going inside, grabbing my stuff. Gonna start transferring. It may take a bit, but the idea is I'll show you step by step what I do in my post-production. Okay, I do that video, we'll transfer that, and then I've got to go do the other video. It's gonna take too long. That's okay, we'll do that some other time. I thought I was ready, and I was not. So we will go ahead and that is very interesting. Okay, so the biggest thing is, when it comes to post-production, is definitely stay organized. You saw kind of in my files here, I can switch back over to that screen. You saw in my file, that's not front screen, here we go, that, so I've got episodes, and these are just random junk, I need to organize them, but I've got photos, so any relevant stuff shows up here. You know, these are my raw thumbnails. I save my actual like PDS, this is just a blank one. That's just a blank one on Photoshop that I use to make one of my thumbnails, and maybe I'll even like make one. But you can see I took a bunch of just generic pictures. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually setting up this little pop-up screen you can see, so you may recognize some of these pictures from my videos. Like for example, the thumbnail today. This was just the raw photo, and I took and just masked out the background. So I use that so it's a lot easier to mask out in Photoshop. And some softwares even just like do it automatically. It just senses. Photoshop doesn't have anything like that I'm aware of. It's a little more manual based, but there's a lot more options. So that's why I definitely use that. And then I just mask a picture of me on the phone. And la-di-da-di-da. So if I open this file, it's basically just that blue frame and my logo on it. And then I add the text, and I have all these presets, so it makes it very easy, okay? The next thing that I have is these are all my banners, business cards, things like that. So anything relevant to this channel specifically is what it is. And that animation I have for my bell notification is just 2 JPEGs, and they just change. That's all they do. So that makes it easy for me. Sound effects, I'm eventually going to start filling that up with sound effects that I frequently use, like the punch sound, the ding sound, the bleep sound when I'm bleeping out profanity, just so it's organized. Video clips are relevant. These are a lot of test video clips, but if there are any video clips that I use as B-roll that I intend to use again, would go in that folder. And then this is, you know, as I mentioned before, it's all episodes. And B-roll, that's kind of the same thing. Now, this is the one here, the one that says blank. This is where I've got that format. So I've got like essentially this, I've got basically a, oh, Jelly Duck just showed up. How's it going, Jelly? You said you have a new video. I need to go check it out on Matt's live stream this morning. So yeah, I do have lots of stuff. But anyway, so what you want to do is when you do have, so I make lots of copies of these so I don't ever accidentally save maybe a project under the blank name. So I make tons of copies, so I just, you know, hit Control Copy or Control X or just Control Copy, create a new folder, name that folder, drop that in there and paste it. And I'll show you, for example, so I'm at 42. This is my 42nd video, 42, and this one is called, oh gosh, what am I, oh, credit cards. Oh wait, never mind. You know, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'm talking about credit score. So I'll drop that, hit OK, open it. Now hold on, let me go back. What I do is I go and I copy, just copy any of them. Copy, back, go to 42, paste, and then I immediately rename it by hitting F2, and I name it 42 so it stays organized and I can keep it straight in my head. Whoops. Okay, and then the file's ready to go. And now what I don't do is put the actual video files in here because I don't really need the raw footage. Once my video is done and uploaded to YouTube, I pretty much just delete the original raw footage. Just because it's like, if YouTube has a problem with it and they want to take it down, they don't let you replace it. So there's no need to like re-edit and re-upload. And if I ever have to end up re-editing something, I'll probably just will take it down. So definitely, it's just a way to save storage space, not keeping all your raw footage, because that would be like twice the amount if I kept all my raw footage. I know you're technically supposed to, but I don't. So I keep them all in the main cam. Let me actually check the status of that. Oh, it looks like it's transferred. Sweet. So let me go back to here. We will actually open this up. Now, it's going to be weird because I share both. Gonna have to kind of flip back and forth here. So my family just showed up, so they might be some noise going on here. Let me change the layout. Give me one quick second. Window layout. Not video effects. Arrange media. That did nothing. Huh. I know what I'll do. Give me one second. I'm trying to arrange my layout so that way you can see what I'm doing. I will just float this here. Okay, let me get off this screen and I will show you. Go to OBS, front screen, so now you can see my editing software. I will slide this. Whoop. I will slide this, my OBS, over to the other screen. There we are. Okay, and then I'm going to go to that raw footage right where we're downloading that video clip. And I've actually got to go download the other one now that I think about it. And that card's still in there, but it'll just give you an idea of how I edit. So just be patient with me. Let's see here. Jelly Duck, were you saying that something sounds bad on my end? Said, okay, it looks better now. Huh. It must have been all glitchy or something. Apologize. Anyway, let me go ahead and pull this up so I can see everything from my end. So I was going to go to main. So this is where I downloaded this new video clip. At least I thought I did. Wow, the gall. It's not anywhere. Oh, Hair Dolls, I think. Oh, this is where I screwed up my hoodie. People have complained that my hoodie strings aren't lined up, so I pulled on it and it just pulled the string right out. I was like, oh, oops. So anyway, this is what I do here.
Are you trying to build a credit score or revive one because it's all messed up? In this video, make sure you stay to the end because how many points are we talking about? 4.
So I tape, that's the reason I was looking at there, as I tape my script to the front of my camera. So that way I can kind of just glance down at it and keep going. So I was like, wait, how many points do I have? Because I have all these like sub steps in this video. So let me go ahead and I'm going to scroll over here. It takes me a while. It always takes me just a second to kind of get going. All right, let's see here. I'm going to put my headset down for a second. I will be right back, I promise. Had to grab my B-roll camera. Take the card out of the side. I keep forgetting I don't have to do that because most of the cameras, the card goes in the place where the battery's at, and this one doesn't. It's an older camera, so it always throws me off. I'm always like taking it off the tripod, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I don't have to do that. Duh. Anyway, so let me go, and what I'm doing is I'm backing up my second camera. So let's hear music. That's fine. That'll work. Give me one moment here. Once I get this all backed up, then we'll be ready to go. Mobile. Prime it. Oops, that's not the right one. There we go. And then stream. They bury these things so dang far down in there. Drop that in there, and this shouldn't take as long. It's a lower bit rate. Anyway, so what happens is once I get both of these clips, I sync them up by zooming in, and you can see what I do here.
Go. Color card.
Hold up the color card so that way I can color grade them the same. And that allows me to, I'll match the colors. So I'll color grade them when I zoom in to those color cards, and I can match them. I don't get that particular about it, but if I ever wanted to, like just something was way off, I would use that. So as soon as that's transferred, we're about halfway. Then I'll line these up, I sync them together, make a splice, and then I just start editing, cutting out all my ums and ahs and stuff like that.
Are you trying to build a good credit score or maybe revive it because it's all messed up? Stay to the end of this video because I'm going to talk about 4 tips. Again, is it 4? Yeah.
I'm touching my face. Touching my face.
Are you trying to revive your credit score? Are you trying to build your credit score because it's either non-existent or really messed up? Make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you 4 steps on how to do that. Hi, Ridge here, and today we're going to talk...
There we go. Finally got it. Okay, we're almost transferred here. It'll be just a second, and then I can show you how I sync these together, so that way it shows you how I do the dual camera edits, and it makes it a lot easier. One of these days, I'm actually going to do like an edited video of it, so that way you guys don't have to watch me wait. Oh, let me, I'm professional, I promise. I have all my footage. Oh, it's not ready yet. So, as the peaks are building on this, I'll show you. A lot of softwares have what they call syncing, and you can even see in this, like, pretty much where this is at. But what I really want to look for is those clicks. So you can see those clicks right there. I line them up, I zoom, and you can see how it clipped in this one, how those lines, and then I just kind of line that up, and that's going to be darn close enough. And then what I do is I don't click on the audio because I don't need the audio from the second camera because that's just on-camera audio. And then I do what they call group. Some softwares call it linking. It's not a big deal. You can call it, it's just whatever. Okay, well, let me see here. I think this was my...
Hi, Ridge here, and...
Nope, that's, okay, so it's this last take that I like the best.
Are you trying to revive your credit score? Are you trying to build your credit score because it's either non-existent or really messed up? Make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you 4 steps on how to do that.
Okay, so I like that one. So we're going to delete the crap right there. Drag this to the beginning of my video. Drag my intro right there. And
Are you trying to build your credit score because it's either non-existent or really messed up? Make sure you stay to...
Let me see here. I'm looking at here. How many times did you get attempts in this video? Oh, I think, Jelly Deck, you're probably referring to last week. I tried 4 times. This time, I just jumped right on. But what I did do is I played, like if you clicked on right when at the beginning, I played just a video clip and I had my mic on and I kind of talked into it a little bit with music in the background. Took my phone, walked away and listened to make sure I could actually hear myself. So anyway, so that way it would give me time. I started about 2 minutes before. But yeah, I think I got the audio thing figured out. So anyway, this is how I switch cameras. So we've got them sync and locked together.
It's either non-existent or...
And then as soon as I look over, I kind of like, as an editor, you just kind of learn when is a good time to cut and just
or really messed up. Make sure you stay to the end of the video.
And then all I do is drag the opacity down.
Or really messed up. Make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you 4 steps on how to do that.
And I tune that up a little later. But then what I do is I get to my main video here. So I start here until I find the intro I like. I think I tried the intro like 3-4 times. 7? Jeez.
Now let's talk about just...
let me see the high ridge here.
So the big question is...
Oh.
Hi, Ridge here, and today we're going to talk about those 4 steps. And if this is your first... Hi, Ridge here, and today we're going to talk about those 4 steps that you need to take to revive or build your credit score. And if this is your first time here and you're interested in starting or continuing your journey to wealth, make sure you take that first step by hitting the subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss anything or any steps that we're taking on our journey to wealth. And for the rest of you, if you find value in it, slap the like button.
Okay, so there's my intro and my what I'm all about. And I snap that up to there. I throw these guys. This is my subscribe, and I try to like time it with what I'm saying, but it's not a huge deal.
Or build your credit score. And if this is your first time here and you're interested in starting or continuing your journey to wealth, make sure you take that first step by hitting the subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss anything or our journey to wealth. And for the rest of you, if you find value in it,
slap the like button, and then there you go. Just drag the opacity down again.
Slap the like button.
And then what I can do now is I can turn on what they call ripple delete. So when I'm making my edits, it's just snapping flat. Let me check back at the chat here. Okay, nobody's saying much. So I'm glad I was able to do this. And hopefully people can find value in it. Make sure that you guys just, definitely like the chat.
The like
it.
button. So the big question is, why do you need a good credit score? For some of you, your credit score may be either non-existent or it may be really, really messed up due to maybe some bad choices. So let's talk about
So as soon as I look back, I'm
bad
probably
choices.
like here in that, and then I drop this down, and then I cut out like some of these pauses and stuff. And sometimes if the video is a little more punctual, I let me turn the
Choices. So
on.
let's talk about just a couple.
So it's just like a little more snappy.
Reasons why you need a good credit score.
Oh, yeah,
Unfortunately, we
here.
live in a
You want me to
society
take a look
that
at your video real quick,
having a
man?
good FICO score means a
I mean,
lot.
I can take a look at your newest video.
For example, sometimes even to rent a place, they look at your credit score. If you join the military, they look at your credit score. There are a lot of different reasons why you need a good FICO score. Now, I know this really goes against Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey talks about, F the credit score. He doesn't actually say that, but, F FICO, just makes sense. He talks about.
Anyway, so that's just a kind of a basic rundown. And then once I get the editing done, essentially what I do is I just jump on, then I do any text overlay or B-roll that I need. After I get all of my edits locked down and it's said like I wanted to, then I lock down my edit, get going on music sometimes, because sometimes I'll do music first before I do sound effects, because depending on the kind of the tone of the video, if I do happy music and it's a little more upbeat, I might do a little more silly sound effects for transitions or text punches or something like that. But anyway, so the point is figure out what makes your workflow easy for you. In my video over on simplified filming, I talk about, in the next video that's going to come out Thursday, I talk about the 4 things that you need to be spending your money on first. And none of them, spoiler alert, is a camera. That's like last priority, or it's not even in the top 4. The second thing you need to spend on is anything that makes your filming or editing experience more efficient. That is so important and critical, that when you are filming and you're making this content, that there isn't anything that you just freaking dread doing. If there is, then that's the thing that's going to keep you from actually making content. For example, if editing is just your nightmare because you edit on your phone, well, consider getting a laptop and find out how you can transfer your footage from that to your laptop and edit. That should be your first priority above sound, obviously. Buy some sound gear, but sound gear is not that expensive. So yeah, it'll be a fun video, and I hope you guys can definitely watch it. I'm probably going to go ahead and sign off here. Hopefully this was helpful and informational. And let's go ahead and again, definitely check out Rants with Rogers. He does this sort of thing, and it's great. He has a big audience. It's a great way also to meet other people. It's a great community. Usually I'll get a subscriber or something like that, and it's a good quality subscriber because it's a bunch of people. It's not just a bunch of hungry people looking to just get subs. I mean, they're not just sitting there in the chat going, "Oh, sub to me, sub to me, sub to me." Because that's definitely never a healthy relationship. You don't want that. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you are getting good subscribers, not dead subscribers. So definitely make sure. I'm gonna go to Rants with Rogers so you guys can see his channel right now. See, where were you? Rants with Rogers. You can see I've searched him before. I did a collaboration with him. Definitely check out Rants with Rogers. He just did this live video this morning. So definitely check him out. He does excellent reviews. He has a pretty good audience. So thank you so much, Jelly. Let's see here. Let me look at this here. Yeah, I like my second channel more than the main channel. I'm kind of in the same boat with you. In fact, funny story behind that is I intended to do this channel since the beginning. I knew I wanted to do this, but as I really got serious about my journey to wealth, is I said I kind of just wanted to start I just wanted to start learning, so I started reading books and I just started making videos about it. Started the whole channel and everything like that. And I had one, it was my grandfather-in-law said, hey, you know a lot more about filmmaking than you do getting rich, so why aren't you doing a video about that? And I laughed and I told him, well, it's my intention to in about a year or so. And more people just kept asking, why aren't you doing this? I mean, you have 2 feature films on Amazon and you're like, your videos look great, they sound great, you do funny skits and intros. Why aren't you just teaching about that? So I was sitting around wrestling around with a lot of different names for it because I just didn't want to go Ridge Mallory dash something else. I wanted to start a business channel. So I just, was trying a bunch of different stuff. I was almost going to go with Film Crack, but and then maybe Film Heads, still kind of like no, and I was messing around. So I was just on Google email trying to set up a new account, and I tried so many different variations of easy filming and things like that. And finally I said, oh, what about just simplified filming? And I said, let me see if that's available. I doubt it. And looked it up, and sure enough, it wasn't a used YouTube name, and it was not a used email name. So I was like, that's obviously a sign from God in the universe that this is what I need to do. And then that day I shot my trailer and launched the channel. So but anyway, yeah, thank you so much, Jelly Deck, for hanging out, man. I really enjoy your music when it comes out. I would love, I know this is not exactly what you do, but it would be awesome if there was one of your beats that like I could rap to, because I do that a little, and I could use it, be like, yeah, this is Jelly Deck's beat, that would be sweet. But anyway, you have a good day, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched to the end of this, I do hope to get more people on these live streams, so make sure you let people know. I'm going to start doing this probably Sunday afternoon. I'll pick a time. Oh, you're just making lo-fi hip-hop beats? Sweet. Is that on your channel now? That would be sweet. I didn't see that. I was on there and I didn't see anything like that, because I was literally looking for music I could like rap to. I'll keep looking, because I love rapping to lo-fi hip-hop. It's really cool. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you let people know about this if they want to improve their video skills. Definitely come over here when I do these live streams, and I will be here to give you guys a hand so you can stand out on YouTube and become successful. And don't forget, in the meantime, always be creating.